evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the famed New York Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds among light heavyweights between these two great warriors. He's now making his way to the ring, and you can see how focused he is for the task at hand. Bulldog's got his eye on the prize. He has complete focus on his ring walk here.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Cobra. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome Bulldog.
Okay, let's have a good clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
This is a 12-rounder. Here's round number one. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. And there he counters back against his opponent. Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
It's as if they couldn't wait for the opening bell. Going at it right from the start, and we're still in the first round. Good stuff.
So it's like watching the Pirates of the Caribbean, and the Pacific, and the Atlantic, and the Indian Ocean. Everything.
Halfway through this round, we can see some swelling now around his eye. Good block there by Bulldog. Blocks that punch. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Nice strike after catching one by Bulldog. Good block by Bulldog. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. He's got to know that the eye's getting worse. The swelling is really more pronounced right now, but I don't see any defensive changes.
And you know what? I don't see any urgency either. You just touched on it. I don't see him where he's starting to get to the place where, you know, he's firing at the kind of rate that you would want to see a guy firing back at when he's in such a perilous position right now. He has to know that this fight is close to being stopped. He's got to start acting like a guy that's at the cliff, and he doesn't want to go over that cliff.
Nice. Relaxed. Real control, all right? Got that? Control. So, okay, baby.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Putting his punches together, landing 2 shots there. Accurate counter punch by Bulldog. Good, strong uppercut. He comes right back with it after taking one. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. And a sharp counter punch by Bulldog. And a smart counter punch by Bulldog. Very nice work with the double jab up top. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Combo lands to the head. Halfway through round number 2. He returns the favor with an uppercut. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. What do you think the right time is to stop a fight under circumstances like this? I mean, the swelling around the eye is getting really bad.
Well, part of it is he getting caught with punches clean that he wouldn't be getting caught with if the eye wasn't in that condition. That's where you start right there. Has his defense been impaired that much to that degree?
Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
On the mark, the counter punch by the Cobra. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
There ain't a way to catch it. Got that? It's gonna happen. You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch it. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
And round number 3 is underway. Not able to land the uppercut. That was not well targeted by the Cobra. Does it surprise you that he's not going to the body as much as he could be?
Well, what surprises me is that he doesn't have the intuitiveness, you know, just the instinct to understand, to recognize the situation. That is part of the ability of a good fighter, to recognize what he should be doing in a certain situation. He's not seeing that. He should be going downstairs.
Wow, is he defensively sound. Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. Good looking counter punch. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards. But you can just see the style of fight that this is, Ben. He's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
He's bleeding from the side of his face there. Able to get away from that headshot with the block.
Keep working the body. Keep the head moving.
A nice block by the Cobra. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. That's a good block by Bulldog. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
With the fourth round. Finds his target again. The Cobra's jab continues to carry the day. He's wanted it, he's got it. Oh, look at that. They exchange hooks. And there he counters back against his opponent. Well, we told you it could be this kind of fight, and as advertised thus far. Bulldog's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use G's, he used distance.
Unable to score with the uppercut that time. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Had his target in mind, but just missed. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Blocks that punch. Fires right back at him. And this could cost him the night. You never know what effect it can have, but there's a cut above the eye.
And he was having enough trouble getting away from punches. This just adds to his problems.
Nice block by the Cobra.
Keep working
Froch with the combination, putting his punches together, and it's paying off.
Yeah, it is paying off. You know, the first couple didn't get there, but he caught him on the back end.
We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
What a good counterpunch by the Cobra. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Oh, very nice, smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make a guy miss, you make him pay.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Bulldog's gotta be feeling foolish, nailed by a counterpunch. Lack of defense starting to be costly now. You can see that swelling.
Yeah, and you know, the first thing you think about is he's going to get back to his corner. They're going to put that end swell on it. But he needs to get better defensively. Make sure that it doesn't get worse.
A good block. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. It's been 2 minutes of nonstop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Wow! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down.
Come on now, guys. Come on. Keep busy. Keep
Well-placed counterpunch by the Cobra.
I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots. You understand me? Let's see some defense and more punches. Nice round. That was good. Keep that up. We have this. Boxing smart. And outside the side. You understand?
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
showing you some defense there with the block.
He's got to know that the eye's getting worse. The swelling is really more pronounced right now, but I don't see any defensive changes.
And you know what? I don't see any urgency either. You just touched on it. I don't see him where he's starting to get to the place where, you know, he's firing at the kind of rate that you would want to see a guy firing back at when he's in such a perilous position right now. He has to know that this fight is close to being stopped. He's got to start acting like a guy that's at the cliff, and he doesn't want to go over that cliff.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. To dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
In and out, in and out.
The twists and turns and the non-stop battle. It continues on as we've reached the 1-minute mark to go. Good scoring counterpunch by Bulldog. Teddy, you've been in this spot before as a trainer. Your fighter gets rocked, and then you got to make a decision. Do we stick with the game plan? Holy cow! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. He's having a much better round here. Earlier, we saw him being outworked, but right now, he's the one getting to work.
Yeah, well, you know, you go out to a restaurant, you have a half dozen half-shell clams, you might get a tummy ache. Well, he's been eating a lot of left hooks. I don't know if he has a tummy ache, but he figures right about now he wants to get rid of that indigestion. And the best way, start attacking.
Really fun-looking fight so far here. We've reached the halfway mark. Teddy, your impressions as to what we're going to see in the second half of this fight?
More of the same. I don't think these fighters know how to do anything, at least tonight. They came here with this mentality, and you know what? You can't really change gears at this point. You're going to see more of the same.
Listen, you need to move your head from side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
You know, we see that he's made a stylistic change after being stunned here in this fight. But what about his opponent? Does his opponent have to make a change as well?
Well, he's got to adapt too. If he sees that what was working before for him has been taken away because the guy changed now, you know, he's made corrections, well, he's got to find another way, another offensive, you know, opening or another offensive way to get to the guy. He's got to be right with him.
A sharp counterpunch by the Cobra. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Solid power punch puts him down. The fight is over. Bulldog's gonna be partying tonight. A knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that. Bulldog's your winner by knockout, Teddy.
Well, we came in wondering whether or not his opponent had a good chin. We found out.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessa.
Stay funky like a bum when he's mad hot and straight.